Okay guys, budget Leviathan here right for you. Last D hide at the Book of Law. We use the Ruby Dragon Bolt's E with the Dragon Crossbow. This is very important. Ruby Dragon Bolt's E will deal a lot of damage to this boss. We have the Bolt Switch. It's not necessary, but it can be nice to have. Toxic Blowpipe, use the best dart you can. We only use the Blowpipe for the final phase, which is very short, so we want the best DPS during that phase to make it as short as possible. I highly suggest you bring the best darts that you can. Okay, how to get here? Guardians of the Rift, minigame teleport, or use the Fearing code DIS and walk into the Wizard's Tower and go down the basement to find the portal. Okay, as for the inventory, we want Shadow Barrage spells, so we bring the Rune Pouch. Shadow Barrage is very important, don't mind the Blood Barrage, we don't use Blood Barrage here, but you need to have the Blood Barrage. You have Blood Barrage automatically when you bring the Shadow Barrage runes. I mean, use the filter to hide the spells that you lack the runes to cast to make this as big as possible to make it easier for us to use it during the fight. What else we bring? We bring some Cerberus, Crumb1 and Anglerfish. Crumb1 is important, I think it's important to have combo food in this boss, so that's why I bring them. So let's walk to the boss right now. Just some quick, while we walk to the boss, some going through some mechanics of the boss. So the boss works in phases and he gets faster and uses more stuff for every phase. So it's gonna start being very slow and just use range and magic. Then it's gonna start using melee orbs as well. Then it's gonna go super fast. It's gonna use range and magic, and then it's gonna go super fast. It's gonna go sorry, it's gonna go fast again, but range, magic, and melee. And then the phase after that is extremely fast. So what you want to do with the Shadow Barrage is after a certain phase you want to Shadow Barrage him, and then you will walk behind him and shoot him once, and that will reset the boss so that next time after his special phase, which can be he has two special phases, is Lightning Strike or Debris. If he shoots Debris, the method you want to use is you want to create like a barricade of stones that you can go behind and hide from his explosion at the end of the phase. And you also want to do this in a way that makes the debris land far back in the room so that you don't get blocked by it later when you need to run around the boss for the final phase. And if he uses Lightning Strike, you want to shoot him in the back and immediately pay attention to the chat. He's gonna reveal what phase he's gonna do. So if he does Lightning Strike, you want to go south. Never go north. If he does Lightning Strike, you go south and you start running immediately and you start shooting him whenever you can, and not try to lose ticks, and try to DPS the boss while he's doing the Lightning Strike phase, because it's a very long phase and you want to keep doing damage to him, which is why Ruby Bolts are fucking great, really great, sorry, because they will deal a lot of damage to the boss if you get in a proc. So yeah, that's basically it. So let's go and start the boss and see if I can keep up with explaining during the boss fight. You want to have high health because we're trying not to eat during the first phase of the boss. Ruby bolts will damage you and your HP will drop, not that much depending on how many procs you get, but so you want to, I think it's helpful to hit an anglerfish before the boss to make sure that you have above max health in case the ruby procs goes off like a lot. Okay, but let's start. Okay, another thing. You can use some tiles here. I don't really use these tiles. This is when I saw some streamer and they just placed the same tile as he had. I don't know what I even use this for. Like I tried to Woox walking between these tiles during the lightning strike phase, but then I just figure out the running south and trying to outpace him is just much better for me. I don't mess up. And this tile here is for where we're gonna start the boss fight. If you want to do these markers in peace without the boss bothering you, you can mark them from here, like zoom out all the way you can and just mark them from here, because when you enter the room the boss will spawn and he will be aggressive. Okay, so let's walk in and start the boss fight. Okay, so we go in and we start in this corner. Why do we start in this corner? To have time to react to the orbs he's shooting at us, and after each phase he's gonna spawn some debris on you, and we want the debris to be out of the way, so we stand at this very back of the boss room to make that the debris not... Okay, that was the first phase, just very slow range magic, I procced some ruby dragon bolts, did a lot of damage. Okay, so now he's using range magic, and keep in mind you want to pray when the orb is hitting you, that's what matters, so keep attention to the orb that's about to hit you and not the orb that he's shooting currently. Okay, melee. So now is the third phase, which means he will use melee attacks as well. That's the range of magic. And we, after each phase we step one tile to avoid the debris, and it was one on our location. Now it's the fast phase, and we pay attention to the orb, what it does. Range, magic, range, magic, range, range, magic, magic, magic. Okay, this is the same phase. If you can, you have time to eat here between the phases. Okay, this is the same as the last phase. I messed up because I'm recording a video, but that's okay. Okay, now, spellbook, fast, freeze him. Because if you go into the next phase, right there, he's gonna shoot so fucking fast and you're gonna die. Okay, we go in the back. Shoot him in the back. Now it's the special phase. He's gonna shoot debris, okay. Easy, we walk like this. Debris is following us, and we wrap around, go behind it. And now we created a barricade for ourselves, hide behind. And we come out. We want to go north, right here. Why do we want to go north? Because if we get him to this final phase, which is 180 HP, the final phase is gonna start right here most of the time. It doesn't always happen, but like 9 times out of 10, the final phase is gonna start right here. So that's why we go north after the special phase. Okay, so I reset him to the phases that he started with before. That's what the Shadow Barrage does. Okay, we spawn the final phase. We go on our blowpipe. We try to stay one tile away from him because he can melee you if you go too close. We need to stick with the orb. The orb lets us deal damage with increased accuracy, and it also gives us damage reduction. If you don't stick with the orb, you will deal basically no damage, and you will take damage from every orb. And we kill him. That was a very misleading kill because that was very fast, because I procced a lot of Ruby Dragon Bolts in that fight, and the fight usually lasts way longer than that. So let me do one more kill for you. So we come to the reset position. This is where we start the fight, and we pot up, make sure we have above max health, and we're gonna start the boss all over again. Okay. So first phase, go to this tile, we shoot him, we pray range. Orb what it does, we pray magic. It's when it hits you that matters. Pray range. It's a green orb for range, blue for magic. Orange for okay, step right. We avoid the debris, and we start the next phase. Range, range, magic, range, magic, magic, magic. Okay, next phase, we step. Now it's gonna use melee as well as the other two combat styles. Okay, there's the melee one. We protect melee, range. And keep in mind, if you want to reset him, if it's going too fast for you, you Shadow Barrage him and you go in his back, you shoot him once. It's very important to shoot him fast in the back when you go behind. Otherwise, he's gonna resume the phase he was currently on before you froze him. So it's very, very important that you attack him in the back before that happens. Okay, this is melee phase now as well. It's going fast, and it's also gonna include melee orbs. After this phase, it's gonna go extremely fast. So after this phase, we go quickly into our spellbook. We Shadow Barrage him. We wrap around him. If you're not fast enough here, he will resume that extremely fast form if we don't reset him. Here's reset. And now, once again, he's gonna shoot debris. This phase you can actually get a couple of range hits in, but that's like a bit advanced. So for now we just go behind, we create a small row and we go behind it to hide from the explosion at the end. Okay. If he does the lightning strike instead of debris, what you do is you go south and you run around the boss in a clockwise manner. You don't go north because he will catch up with you. You go south if he does the lightning strike. So as soon as you reset him by shooting him in the back, you go behind him and you shoot him in the back and you run straight away clockwise by running south. Okay, it's time for the fast phase. We can take the time between phases to use pots and food if needed. Magic, 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 range, range, range. Okay, same as the last one, but now it's also melee included. Range. Oh, I messed up, but that's okay. Don't care if you mess up, just be confident in your prayers. Okay. Need to Shadow Barrage him again. His kill wasn't fast enough, so we need to do double barrage. Sometimes that happens, and we go behind him. We shoot diamond bolts now, because he's low HP, we don't need okay, he's starting lightning attack. We go south, we run clockwise. Starting, we got him under 180 HP, which means he will be forced into his final phase, which we use the blowpipe, and we try to stay with the orb, and we stick. We don't go too close to him, so we don't get in the lead. And I messed up, I'm pressing wrong prayers, but that's okay, you can mess up and still get the kills. We killed him again, and we got the gold ore. Okay, I'm gonna try for one more kill. So this, it's pretty hard for me to kill this boss while explaining everything I do, but I hope I'm making sense here. Okay, stamina potion when needed, potting up, full HP, range potted, ruby bolts equipped, very important, and we reset him again. Try one more time. Okay, guys, and if you are about to die on this boss, like he's doing his fast phase and he's like bombarding you with his attacks, you don't go into the inventory and start eating. Either you're confident in your prayers that you will hit the right players, or you go into your inventory to TP out. You don't try to out DP this boss, because he will devour you. Simple as that. Okay, we see it's landing an extra random debris, so we just walk one more step than we would normally do. Okay, he's going fast phase now. You know the drill by now. Magic, 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 range, magic, range, range, magic, range, range, range. Okay, same as the one before, but this time melee included. Okay, he starts melee, 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 range. Don't care if you take some damage from your rebuild spec, don't let that distract you. Okay, now we're going to Shell Barrage before he starts his next phase. You got a hit off, that's fine. The hit will deal reduced damage if you get the Shell Barrage off before the attack lands on you. Okay. Okay, we start the lightning attack, we run south, and we go like this, clockwise. And when we can, we try to get crossbow hits without losing ticks. I'm not very good at this, but it's easier with other crossbows, I believe, but at least we get some hits off. No ruby bolt specs, unfortunately. And by the time you made a 1.5 lap, like when the lightning comes up here, he's gonna stop. Okay, so we go north. He's reset again. We protect from magic, and we just kill the bot all over again. Step 1 tile, but the debris is about to fall, and now it's melee included. Just in case I wasn't being clear before, you want to go north after his special phase, because this is where... okay, we need to Shell Rush him before he does super fast attacks on me. Okay, he's reset now. No, he's not reset yet. He gets reset when you hit him in the back. Okay, he's gonna shoot out debris again. Just walk it away. Okay, I messed up. I didn't have a tile here to wrap around it, so I'm gonna run like this. You will get better at this with time, and you will improvise, like get creative with it. It's gonna get easier and easier every time you kill him. Okay, he's below 180 HP. We force him into the final phase. Blowpipe, stick with orb. You want to be slightly ahead of the orb. If you're slightly behind it, you will take some damage from each orb he shoots at you, and he's dead. Okay, so that's a free kill trip. Showing banking. This is how you bank. That's not how you bank. You go house TP. If you have the pool, you go house TP. Boom, full HP. If you don't have this, you go straight to the bank. If you don't have the pool, you go straight to the bank. We run here. You enter. Okay, if you don't have this ring, I guess you'll bank by your you bank at Castle Works or something instead of doing this. Okay. So we deposit everything. We bring a new inventory of fresh supplies. Like this. Boom, 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 boom. Pre-eat the angler. Boom, boom, boom. And we TP back to the scar to save like 5+ seconds. It's worth it. You're grinding a boss that drops a lot of gold, so you want to be fast with the banking. Run back to the boss, and you start him over again. And that's basically rinse and repeat until you get the drops. This is the budget setup. I can also show you what I would upgrade first from this. I don't think Armadillo really increases that. It slightly, Armadillo just slightly increases from Dragonhide, so I would wait and just buy Masuri straight away. You can actually get these two pieces for 42 mil, and it's gonna provide you a lot of bonuses. Okay, so you get an extra, holy shit, you get an extra 12 range strength. This shield is super good. If you can afford this shield, I highly suggest you buy it with the crossbow method. Yeah, so you get a lot of bonuses for these two items, and as I said, they are not very expensive. If you can afford buying these, I highly suggest you doing so, and then I would just not buy Armadillo and save straight away for Masuri. Okay, thank you for watching, guys. I hope